All right, to watch this video for Wednesday already. Wednesday, March 14th. Showing you the SPY here, which kind of topped out at 280 and had a little bit of a nasty day today. Again, I said we're certainly ahead of ourselves after our run from here to take out these highs. It all happened in about a week, so we're certainly due for a pullback. Market's still stupid strong in my opinion. Here's what I'm watching for Wednesday. TROV actually tweeted that this chart was really handsome when this thing was about 40 cents this morning, this afternoon, sometime like that. Maybe 41 cents, 42 cents. Ended up just kept going higher and higher. I mentioned it in chat, looking at 5-minute candles, just that it was at when it looked like this. I basically said, hey guys, this T-Row from the watch list at 39 cents and getting volume. So just a high of day break got you a real nice percentage move. And with the volume today, it certainly could continue tomorrow. Maybe it's going to make a run to that 200-day. I don't know, but I'm a day trader, so see if I can catch a trade in it. I don't hold overnight, as most of you already know already. CHFS, a little obscure, but if I zoom in, whenever you have a massive candle like this that goes from $3.68 to $24 in a day, it crunches everything else together, so you kind of got to scoot up like this a little bit. So you had a pop back here on a little bit of extra volume to $4 a little over a week ago, and then it happened again today. So it does look good over $4. And, you know, if you get over 4, the most recent kind of high after that was this 480 spike. So I don't know. I think CHFS is worth watching. Not in love with it and kind of a tricky trader, but worth watching. ZSAN, we had this on Bounce Watch today. It was actually one of my favorite charts coming in today. And it gave a really nice entry, and I'll show you that in a second. But it goes back on watch for tomorrow because the actual range from today was 1362 all the way to 1842. So that's a huge range. And it closed fairly strong. Let's see if I can bring up what the call. Yeah, here's the call from today. And this is basically, as I showed you the daily there, recent high flyer. And then it was down a couple days. And then this was today's action, 5-minute candles. So it gapped down a little bit. Did kind of a little bit of, I don't want to say cup and handle, but it did kind of a rounding bottom here. And then right back up. Challenged the high of day right here. Went down a little bit, and then I said I identified a seller at 1480. I said, guys, I like this if it takes out that seller over 1480, which happened right about there. And I said, and if we light up the new high of day ticker, which was 1487, so odds are we're going to if we take out that 1480 seller. I said, then you've got the whole number 15 above that it might just rip right through and so on, and you can see what happened. It triggered at 1481, and let's go to the regular chart now. It went all the way up to almost 1850, and scrolling back, this was the entry right there. So that is why. Let me try to figure out what that's coming from. Sorry about that. I recently switched browsers, and I haven't taken the time yet to go and do the pop-up ad blockers on all those. Anyway, so back to the daily on ZSAN. So certainly ZSAN worth watching tomorrow. RKDA, crazy move, right? You had a huge move here. I'll give you the numbers. It went from 602 in 2 sessions to almost 19. So it gapped up today, but then sold off all day. Again, I kind of like ZSAN. I think this needs to come in a little more for another day. But sometimes when they're this strong, you want to watch them even after the first red day. So RKDA goes on watch. NETE's been a crazy strong stock. And now we've got one red day again. I would like this to come back down another red day, close to the 8-day moving average. But, you know, sometimes, again, you get one red day and then it's right back off to the races. So it's a really strong stock. Going to watch that one tomorrow. FTEK, big breakout today. This big spike here is still only 1.3 million. So probably a pretty thinly traded stock. I didn't really watch it today. But, again, the day after a big move, not very smart to just jump in the next day. But if it gives us a low-risk setup, we might be able to get a 5, 10, 15% move in a very short period of time. But usually the day after a big move like that is not the time to watch it. So I'm just going to try to keep an eye on FTEK for the rest of the week. PCG got a really big volume breakout of this tight area it's been in today. I'm going to look for a follow-through day tomorrow. Might get up into that gap. We'll see. CRIS, which made a nice move from basically around 60 cents in 3 sessions to over $1. Another scenario where we've got one red day, and I think it needs to come back down and get into this area and have another red day, but we're going to watch it tomorrow. One or maybe all of these will give us a nice setup and a nice long tomorrow. So sometimes, again, one red day is enough on a strong stock to get it to turn right back up. This is Cigna, CI, gap down, 4 sessions ago, sold off, then kind of had a quiet day. Now you've got 2 more sessions lower. Generally, I look at something like this and I want to kind of scroll out on the chart and see where it's got great support, but there's really nothing discernible here because it was just been a slow, steady climber over the past, couple years, and you don't see any long bases or to the left. So this just goes on, hey, this is oversold. I'm going to look for a bounce one of these days, and maybe it gives me a decent setup. If not, I won't mess with it, right? NVIV gapped up 4 sessions ago. Lower high the next day, lower high the next day, lower high again today. Very narrow range today. We'll see if this can turn back up tomorrow. No trades in it today, even though it was on the bounce list. And then Pixie, which again is kind of a weird chart, but when we switch to 15s, so you had this nice move, kind of quiet day, then another nice day, and then yesterday, a red day, and then today, just a quiet red day. But both of these days, yesterday and today, it did not break. Here's the opening 15-minute candle. Never broke its high. And then today, the opening 15-minute candle put in a high right there. It never broke it either. So, if I got to pick what I want this to do, it would be kind of a narrow range, and then in the afternoon to break its high of day. Sometimes you can get a really nice move like that, but we'll see. It's just going to be on a chart tomorrow and see if we get a lower setup. The daily's a little bit weird looking to me. All right, now I wanted to remind you, look down in the description to this video below. There are links to our free webinars. There's a ton of free content. So go check that link out. It's a link to all of our free webinars. And there's also a link to specials for our chat room and our trading course. So check that out too. And we're going to add some gappers in the morning and hopefully catch some nice trades tomorrow. Trading's been pretty good, all things considered. So I really do feel the small cap market is turning around. So it's a great time to get in the room with us because we are finding some very nice hidden gems. And hopefully we'll have some big ones tomorrow. Have a good night. See everybody tomorrow.